And welcome back to another reading with Beyond the Green. And let's get right into this reading. So I've already shuffled the cards for the first question. We're actually doing a financial flow reading, so let's get right into it. I have a lot of situations that are happening here. Please don't mind the noise, outside and so on, if you can hear it. But yeah, the first question was, what's the current situation when it comes to your finances? Now, there's a lot of situations that I picked up on as I was busy shuffling. There's a lot of things that was like just given to me at this point, and we're about to go into that. The first one was that many of you are like, you doubt your guide, you doubt God so much to a point where they are literally making you have these, this thing of like having to wait until you fall into a space of trusting in the process, trusting them, and trusting in yourself. There's so many things that come with having a good financial life. We always think that it's all about praying, we always think it's all about like manifestations and so on, but even with like praying and manifestations and working hard and so on, there has to be belief, there has to be like faith, okay, and trust that things are going to be okay. So like I said, like with the real promise, it's like they gave you this promise that they're never going to ditch you, they're never going to leave you in this space of like poverty, or but at this, I'm also hearing it's like you need to step up your game. You need to stop like thinking thinking lowly of yourself and also of your guides, because as much as you can say you don't think lowly of your guides or God, it's this thing of like you doubting them is literally you doing that. Okay, so even now they're saying that you must understand that there's this steady progress and there's these small steps that you're taking, and you're actually going to be making it. Even though people don't show you the difference, people might not celebrate you or give you that round of applause that you constantly give to other people, understand that your guides are rooting for you. And also, for some of you, the reason as to why your money is so tight is because of your heart space. We always have this conversation, and I know I personally feel like I'm one of those people. I know very well that once my heart space, or once my heart is not in the right space, money will be a very difficult thing to get, because your guys are saying that you're not focusing on the paper, you're focusing on what's busy brewing in here. It's okay to feel the emotions, but again, do not make it a permanent situation. This is something I always tell myself, right? Listen, it's not just about, I'm also learning every single day, but it's giving this thing of you having to also learn how to balance things, especially when it comes to your physical state, your spiritual state, your mental state, your emotional state, because they all just link up, they all just connect. And if you can't balance each and every single one of those things, then there's obviously going to be this financial gap within your life. Okay, for others of you, we had the veil of illusion. Someone is doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. I was shuffling and we got even more like confirmation on this, right? But before we even get to the other situations that are very like intense, when it comes to you, right, I'd like to hold your hand, or I'm holding your hand. Hopefully you understand that this is out of a place of love. This is out of a place of wanting you to have the best life, right? With the Tower card, yes, there's things that are going down, distraction, things are just not well. That's the current situation of your financial life. But your guides brought out the Knight of Wands, which talks about how so many of you are so reckless with your money, and how so many of you are so short-tempered that most of the time when you're manifesting, you eventually just give up in the middle of it. It could be that you were supposed to take 7 days, because I always say to people that we're all different. As much as yes, manifestation can be manifestation, we have a lot of manifestation ways that can work differently for every single person, right? Someone can listen to subliminals, the next day they can say that, oh, you know what, I got money into my account and so on. Someone can say that writing things down for like 2 months straight, every single day, worked out for them. Some of them can say, oh, I'm using mantras to just, manifest. Other people will say they're using vision boards, they're using visionary manifestations. There's a lot of things that we can do, because we're all different people. We all, have different ways to manifest. We all operate differently. Okay, so your guys are saying that there's also this arrogant energy. I don't know regarding what. It's between you and them, but we're going to go into it. But there's this energy of you them saying that you should stop like rushing yourself and also rushing the process, because it's like you don't know what the hell's going on with the process. You want to rush it. Yes, I can hear the question, but does the process know that we are trusting it? Of course it knows that you're trusting it. The problem is that it wants to see how far you're gonna go trusting it. That's another thing where it's like testing your faith, testing like your understanding as to what manifestations are, that even with things falling apart, even with things going down and so on, it's for your highest good, right? I was also getting things of like you having conversations with your highest self. I'm getting that some of you might be dreaming of your highest self, like you might have even seen your highest self in your dreams, right? Before, right? So it's like they've already shown you that things are okay, but the problem is that you are not understanding that as much as things might be seeming very chaotic right now, it doesn't mean that in the end things are going to stay the same. Okay, so we are having here that again, with the whole being reckless with your money, besides overspending, besides, you know, there's a little bit of a something here, there's a little situation here. The first one is that it might be that you might be dealing with someone that keeps on taking your money and using it to go to certain healers, trying to do weird things on it, trying to do weird things on your work and so on. It might be that even at work, because I'm seeing like people leaving things like at your desk. You know, and plus I'm also getting this thing of like, since it's like the holiday season, maybe this person, oh, you know, they might have decided that, oh, I'm going to stay much longer than this person so I can target their desk, so I can do this and so on, because it's like preparation for things like next year, right? For others of you, it's just like a person, like, because I'm also hearing like, oh, Mikey, please, like, you know, neighbor, please borrow me this money. I want to go buy this and so on. That kind of a situation. That's why I always tell to people that you must remember that even though, you know, you might have, you know, the giving hand or the giving capacity, understand that not everybody that wants to receive is going to bring that money back with good intentions. Okay, so besides that, it's like besides this person using muti on money and so on, or using, I'm also seeing like, you know, stealing like a bank card or something related to a purse. It could be a slip, it could be something related to such things, or a wallet, right? That could be another one. The other one is that this person, again, it could be that this person wants to seem like the biggest peacemaker ever, like, oh, you know, I'm also hearing things like brother from another mother. It could be like someone that you could consider as a sibling or is a sibling. Remember that people out here, guys, regardless of whether it's a brother, it's a sister, it's an aunt, it's an uncle, it's a grandmother, it's a next door neighbor, you know, it doesn't matter. People don't really wish, you know, good things upon others but themselves out there. So you need to be careful, right? Because even now we're having war where it's like they want to desert you in a certain place, where it's like they want to leave you bankrupt, they want to leave you broke, they want to leave you in poverty, they want to leave you in this I'm also hearing like this scarcity mindset, like this mindset of lack. That's why it's like I'm also getting, it's giving this vibe of like, you know how we'd always tell people like, oh, people would say the stories of like, I want to get out the herd, I want to make it in life, I want to, you know, it's like they believe that for many of you that are saying that lying to yourself, and that's others of you, I'm hearing that that's the way of you manifesting for yourselves, you know. These people want you to stay in that level so badly, and for others of you, it's like you've already gotten out of those spaces. People want to place you back in that position. Okay, so that's the kind of a thing that I'm hearing. But again, it's like this person might see you, or you might be a person that's very well known within the like the neighborhood, or just like workplace overall situation, that kind of a situation. Or you might be that person is like people can depend on you for simple things. Maybe they see that, you know, at home you're the one that's like the breadwinner, you buy things, you do this, you do that, and so on and so forth. You provide for your family. And also you might be an achiever. I'm getting people that have graduated, people that have worked so hard, even if it's not graduations, people that are constantly working and pushing and grinding, right? And it's like this person does not like to see you in that position, because they know that you are currently just constructing your life, you're building your life, you're making sure the things are just moving. Okay, they can see that you're locking in, you're constantly trying to see, what haven't I fixed, what have I fixed, what's missing in my life, I need a new car, I need a new house, you know, I'm starting a family, that kind of a situation. Talking about With the career one, I had loss of title. It could be that this person wants you to lose your job, or wants you to lose the title of being the breadwinner, or wants you to lose that reputation. To them, it's like a reputation of you having your own money, having your own place, having your own car. They don't want you having your own things because they want you to come to them begging so they can laugh at you and be like, so remember that time when you were saying that, oh, I'm doing good in life. That's the kind of a thing that I'm getting. Okay, so I'm also having cowboy. With the cowboy card, there's a lot that's coming with it, because we also have that for some of you, it could be that the reason as to why your money is just blocked, it's because of illegitimate children, right? It could be that you are spending time or money, not even time, like money on children that aren't yours. So it's the situation where it's like some of you are aware, well, some of you are not aware. A very deep situation, but that's the situation that we're having here. Because even with the cowboy card, it's giving that vibe of someone taking you for a ride, like taking advantage of you. Others of you, it's like someone also basically literally taking things from you using your sexual energy, right? Because this is like more of a bedroom kind of a situation as well, right? So with this illegitimate with these illegitimate children, there's this situation where it's like your guys, like for some of those, for those that are away, it's like you know that you have your own kids out there and you're not doing anything. You want to call your father in this house, or you want to call yourself a stepmom, whatever the hell it is. You want to do that, but then you're not supporting your own kids. How is that possible that you're supporting someone else's kids but you can't support your own? Right? So you need to fix that, because yeah, your guys are very fed up with you. Okay, now for others of you, it's like this situation or these situations might have led you into a depressive episode, or like I'm seeing that with some of you, it's like you might even be experiencing this thing of like going into mental institutions, even with this card coming out, and being diagnosed with certain things. And it's like it's not even about those things, because at the end of the day, it could be that you move from one place to another place and they tell you that, oh, it's not depression, it's anxiety. You go to a different place. Oh, it's not anxiety, it's this and this and this and that. Okay, so that's the thing, you need to fix it. And your guys are saying that yes, there is hope for tomorrow, but you need to learn how to fix this entire situation. Because even with the person that's doing this thing of like hoarding, not hoarding, like using your sexual energy, or basically trying to make sure that you, because even with the whole herbalist card, I'm also getting a vibe of someone wanting it to be like a thing where when money comes in, it goes to them directly. It doesn't even have to be like at a very dangerous level of you losing your job and so on. It's just a thing of like, as soon as the money hits your bank account, you just give them the card, you just give them the money, and they just go do whatever it is. And you sit there, you don't have anything. Because I'm seeing like someone saying like, oh, or people like talking. I'm seeing like a group of people talking about a certain person, pointing at that person and being like, this person and their person, or this person and their family member, and so on and so on, they have this at home, but then why is it that this person doesn't look like they're elevating in life? They have a good job, but it doesn't seem like they're doing anything with the money. It's like they're wasting money, or things like that. So again, with the King of Coins, it talks about how that person is very corrupt, very greedy, and very materialistic. They're only keeping you around for those for that, basically. We even had the Five of Coins in a two-way, which talks about how, remember, there's two sides of a coin. It's a 50-50 energy, depending on how you deal with the situation. Okay, I'm also getting with some of it, like there's certain things that like certain items from like your ancestors that you need to retrieve. That might be the reason as to why there's a blockage in the house. Maybe they use it a lot as a way to bring in wealth, but not in like a dark, weird way. No, like it's just one of the things that would just assist you within the process of doing things to assist you in life. That's the thing that we're having, because even now we're having financial hardship, being left out in the cold, and struggle, right, as the other side of the card. And the other side of the card talks about your luck improving, having positive changes, and recovery. Remember that you do what you need to do, but you need to be careful. You need to take care of yourself. Okay, yeah. With the Queen of Wands, it's like once you take care of the situation, obviously there'll be this whole thing of feeling much more energetic. Because I'm also hearing that it's like some of you are so exhausted, but it's again due to people using you for certain energies that they're not supposed to be using you for, or using it for. That's what makes you exhausted. You feel like, what, I sleep, I wake up, I'm still feeling the same. I feel like I'm also getting it's like spiritual husband, spiritual wife kind of a situation that might be happening, and that's what causes you to be within this energy of having a financial loss is what we're having. So let's shuffle the other cards. Let me shuffle the other cards. Second question was basically what's blocking, right? As much as we already went into it, it's like what's really blocking as well. The first thing that came out was the Ten of Wands, which talks about how you are currently having too much to carry. Remember when I was talking about the heart space? And not only that, it's like you feel like very frustrated and so on, that to a point where you're not focused on your money that much, because it's like maybe for some of you it's like you are way too comfortable with the idea or the thought that, you know what, no, my money is fine. I have a job. But it's like, does that job like meet, your standards? Does it give you the money that you want? So now your guides are saying that you also need to learn how to say no. Remember what I was saying? People asking, oh, can I please have this? And as much as people can say you have like a giving a giving, I don't know, personality or trait, or I'm not sure. For some of you, I'm getting that it's like you might be having like toothaches. But anywho, or someone might be doing some weird things regarding your teeth and so on. Maybe you might be going to the dentist very soon. Maybe you do need to go to the dentist very soon. But anywho, but they're saying that you're very irresponsible when it comes to your money. Okay, that's why it's like things are so difficult to move, because it's like you're currently in a very self-destructive mode. Okay, the other thing is that your guides are saying that you always need to ask your wise counsel. Remember asking God how to deal with a certain situation. My money is closed up, what should I do? So that's the kind of a situation that we're also having. I'm getting that again, we have this professional situation coming through. Like I was saying, like someone trying to stop you from getting certain opportunities, because I'm getting that it was not just about your job. It could be that there's a certain promotion that's coming through very soon, and someone can see that something is actually going to be coming your way. That's why they feel like, what, they need to ruin things right now. Okay, because I'm also getting industry card. The industry card that's coming through, it's like you could be opening a new thing. I'm also getting like inventing something new, bringing out a very new project or new idea, right? So that's what we have right here. Others of you, I'm seeing that certain people, you are afraid of abandonment. For others of you, I'm getting that it could be that you are already like in the process of like, living, the life that you've always feared living, because you're also having loss of a loved one. And I'm sending you so much love, because it's like you're currently in this energy of wishing that there's a hero, wishing that there's a savior. It's like the reason as to why you are currently being welcomed at home is your wallet or your purse. That's the only time people see you as a person. That's the only time people consider you as a person. It's only when you contribute, and not when you are just you. Because I'm getting that it's like with some people within the space, they would want you to lose your job so that people can stop placing you in the on this pedestal, or on this level of like, you can say something, because what can you say? Even if they don't respect what you're saying, it's like you can say something because you bring in money. But besides that, we don't really care, right? Because even now we're having the card branding and house fire. It's giving like a fire that started within the house, a fire that started within the house by someone that is very like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing you being handled so well. How about have this financial life within your life? As soon as people start calling, can I please borrow money and so on, and you're like, I don't have money. I'm getting this energy of like people not understanding that you don't have money. And once you say you don't have money, it's like people are going to get angry and say things like, you're no longer going to give us money. That kind of a situation. They're going to try to ridicule you in front of people, or try to make you seem like a person that's mean. But really, someone has tied your money to like into this lack of money situation, where it's like there's no money, so you can give to people so that people can say they can depend on you. And what does that do? It basically degrades or downgrades level or your branding is what they're thinking. Same goes for at work. It's giving this thing of like going to a year-end function, or you were at a year-end function and someone looking at you like, mm, who does that person think they are? I was also hearing the gospel song. I can't remember the actual like original, but the title is Tato ya Haho, right? Specifically the line where it says Tato ya Haho e phetege. It's very significant to others. That was the only part that I remember. That line until the last part is what's very important, right? Because it's your guides affirming that, God's will be done. Okay, nobody can stop that. Nobody's going to stop that. It can be delayed, but it will never be denied. Just like the other day when we were talking about energies, that people can give you the evil eye, can do weird things, can do wicked stuff to you, but it will not stop anything. Because again, even with the temperance card, you're going to be coming through with this balance, regardless of the situation, right? For some of you, I'm also seeing that again with the whole situation, it might have been a situation that might have started from a very young age. The whole if you give, we will respect you thing. Okay, again, more confirmation. Like I was saying, people seeing that okay, there's going to be this opportunity coming towards you. I'm saying for others of you, it could be a tender. Others of you, it could be a marriage, because that's another thing that you're getting. While others of you, it's also this whole thing of again someone that you are probably with that's trying to bind you with them so that they can get your they can reap your rewards, right? So but your guys are saying that let there be this harmony call. If people want to treat you however they treat you, if people expose the manner that they treat you in, let them expose themselves. As much as it can place you in this position of like, oh, why would they do that to me? Oh, I trusted them and so on. Let them do that, because you are actually entering new heights regardless of the situation. Because I'm getting this thing of like, if this thing goes through, right, people are going to be looking down like at you, but the thing that's coming is going to be far greater than the position that you are in right now, is what we are having, right? Even with the whole brainwashing mentality, again, it's making you believe that you are only loved when you're needed, right? And not when you're wanted and needed, right? Conditioning your love to a point where now it's becoming a sabotage situation where you're sabotaging by constantly giving to be loved and not being loved, regardless of whether you give, you don't give, and so on. Again, the whole mentality of maybe growing up, you wish that there was a hero. For others of you, it could have been that, you might have been with parents that might have been they might have been poor, and it was always a thing of like maybe after a certain parent passed away, or a certain parent decided to walk out the picture, things were just bad. And it's like you've always wanted to be the hero to others that might have been on the same level as you. But I'm getting that these ungrateful, because I'm getting that you guys are very angry with the fact that you're such a giving person, but you're forgetting that not everyone that you give to will actually give back to you. Okay, so again, with the childhood trauma, it could be that for some of you, I'm getting that some of you, if you were not abandoned as a kid, I'm getting a very hectic situation of like a kidnap or being sold. It might have been that with certain people, you might have had a certain family member that was very like cruel towards you, trying to basically hook you up with adults as a kid and so on, just so they can get money, or just for the fun of it and so on. Like a very sick mentality kind of a situation. Others of them, it's like they were trying to just basically it's like kidnap your blessings from a very young age. You've always been trying to do that, trying to close off your blessings. Okay, but you saw this through. Same goes, I'm also getting this energy of it being like a certain parental figure, despite whether they're like still here with us or they are not here with us and so on. It's like that person has always seen things from a very long time. Because I'm also hearing the line, you're currently living the prayers, you're currently living the life which was actually altered, right, by the prayers of those before you, right? So even now, it's like with others of you might be having psychic abilities, or you might have psychic abilities, you might be gifted, or you might just be someone that just has a very good intuition, right? Very tapped in, because you're having well informed. It's like about the situation, or you might have even known about the people that are very cruel within family or within the workplace, wherever it is. Okay, and you're coming off as the King of Cups, someone that's very non-toxic, someone that's very emotionally mature and compassionate, right? Again, more confirmation as to what I was saying earlier on, where your guys are saying that the things that are stopping you is that you're doubting things. It can also be that it's not that. I'm also seeing someone being tied up against something. It's like being held hostage against your own will, obviously. But yeah, so we're having that. It's like there's this, this energy of fearing the unknown, because it's like some of you, I'm getting that you might have received a certain letter of like, not retrenchment per se, someone saying that, oh, they still, they're going to be looking at certain things and so on. It might be that you're going to lose your job, or this, that kind of a situation. Okay. And this energy of being restless, like being unable to sleep at night because you are just constantly stressing about what's to come and what's happening. I'm getting stomach ulcers also being very significant, you know. But I'm also getting like, for some of you, yeah, you're currently the high priest, okay? Another thing that could be killing is that you're someone that constantly wants to share your ideas with people, is what they're also saying, or your beliefs, or trying to guide people. And it's like they only come to you for you to guide them because they know that you're going to show them the right way. But if you had to do that, like let's say someone has something and you want to join it, someone is going to say things like, oh, no, I don't do such things and so on, or they'll just close you off. Some of them might block you, yeah. We're having lack of perspective, so you're lacking the perspective of understanding the people that are around you. Okay, I'm also seeing Harry Potter being very significant, and also the word Hogwarts. Okay, so let's go to the next, let's shuffle for the next question. Question is, what are the things that are currently contributing to your financial flow? The song that I heard, right, was See You Again by is it Charlie Puth? I think that's his name. The other thing that I heard was, hopefully I remember it, because I was really shuffling and just going through the cards, because guys, this is wild. Okay, well, it's not wild, but okay. So currently, the things that are blocking your energy is that you currently think you know what you're doing. Okay, or you're trying to also control the things that you're doing by thinking that you know what you're doing, and you guys are saying that yes, you are the chariot, you are in control of your life, but you also have to understand that there's certain things that you can't control in your life. If things go, yeah, because I'm also hearing the line, the meme, if I perish, I perish, like that's what they're saying, right? And right now with the Two of Swords, they're also saying that currently you're at the crossroads about something, avoiding the truth and having to make a tough choice regarding your financial situations or your life in general, that like things within your life that could affect the flow of your finances. The other thing, just for more confirmation, they have the King of Cups, which talks about how you're currently overly emotional, you're either depressed or unbalanced. I mentioned this with the first question. I said that your heart space is something that needs, you need to sit down. Okay, and I'm not saying that it's going to heal automatically, but doing the work little by little, it closes that financial gap. You'll be noticing it, like, okay, I did this, today stuff like that. So we're also having with the Wheel of Fortune, that it's like this mindset of how, oh, I'm just a bad, like, I'm just like, what can I say, oh sorry, it's giving this vibe of like you being like, oh, I've been a good person my entire life, but then I'm just like, I feel like, what, maybe God doesn't see me, maybe my guys don't see me. It's like I'm always having bad luck in my life, and it's like it's okay to feel like that, because guys, life is hard. Okay, life is hard. But such things, again, remember what I was saying, that as much as you are so quick to rush like these manifestations so that they can easily happen, but you're forgetting that the same way that you're like, okay, why is it that negative things, whenever I talk about them, they can manifest, but when I talk about positive things, they don't manifest? It's like you are more focused on the negative things. You spend more time on the negative stuff than the positive stuff. Then you wonder, like, why is it that it could manifest, but when I manifested a Lamborghini 2 weeks ago, nothing happened? But you've been manifesting your bad luck like for the past 36 years. It's like something like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what they're saying. There's like this upheaval or setbacks. But I'm also getting that even with the people here, it's giving this thing of people not paying attention to you. Others of you, it's like you always feel like you constantly, giving your all emotionally and mentally, and people are constantly just ignoring you when you need when you need to be held. Because I feel like with some of it, it's like you need to purge emotionally. You need to cry. You need to scream. You need to, you need to do all these things emotionally, because that's another thing that could be blocking you. Besides it being a thing of fixing yourself emotionally, you also need to let them out. Okay, because when you keep on having this thing, it's a build up. And what happens? It stops your money, it stops everything else, and you're focused on where this build up. So I'm also getting that some of you are like, again, you even had the whole connection situation. It's like certain people looking at you weirdly, like, oh, I wonder where the hell this person is going to be in the future, and so on. But your guys are saying that revelations, await. The thing that could also be contributing to your financial blockage is because you always think that there's no illusions. You're always like, oh, so far the people that are around me, I don't really think there's someone that's like that in my life. You're the person that's deceiving yourself. It's like your guides give you the answer, and they're like, this person said this, what, last week Tuesday. They said that, oh, you know, um, you bought that house. So like we all bought houses, or we're all going to eventually buy houses. Because you don't read in between the line, you're like, no, but then it's a friend, it's a family member, it's a person that I'm dating. All right. Another one is that the reason as to why you're also just down bad in the trenches with your finances, because you refuse to get advice. That's why they were saying that you're very arrogant. It's giving very stubborn energy, because to you it's like you think that you have everything in here. Like, I have a plan. I'm getting people that are constantly telling people that I have a plan in life, but their plan seems good on paper or when they're talking about it, but once they have to do it, that's when you realize that, oh man, this person didn't think through their plan. That's the kind of a thing that your guides are also saying. Another one is that you think that life is supposed to just go on and there won't be hardships. That's another thing that's going to be causing this blockage, because to you, it's like you feel that you deserve a soft life. Yes, you do. But the problem is, to get to that soft life, you have to get through the obstacles and the challenges. And not saying that we have to have them, otherwise we're not strong people. Oh no. The problem is, if you don't go through certain things, you won't get to the thing that you want. Okay. The other thing is that they are afraid that, when if you get into this place of having this money and so on, there's going to be someone that just tortures you, or currently that person is already torturing you without you realizing it, because again, you're in this energy of giving, and this person taking. Because I'm seeing bully here, tormentor, okay, and scapegoat. We're seeing a bully here that's like someone that's constantly trying to just get to you. I'm also seeing that this person could be someone that's like very greedy, very corrupt, is what we're also having, right? Or they could also be trying to place you in the position of, like, at work, they could be trying to make it seem like you're corrupt so they can get rid of you at work. But your guys are saying that we are watching over you. There's this guidance, no one is going to do that to you, because, but I'm also seeing that there's certain people, again, commune. It talks about the people that are around you. I'm also hearing things like the Civil Rights Act. It could be that this thing, or there's going to be a certain court case, because we're also having inheritance here, right? Inheritance came out twice. We have inheritance here, and we also have what the 10 of coins. It talks about inheritance, financial security and stability, and family, right? Related to your finances and also your family, and how, again, abuse of power is here. Someone being an abuser within a relationship, it's like trying to trap you within a certain thing, trying to trap you in a certain marriage, trying to trap you in a certain situation, because they know that once they can get you there, they can abuse anything and do anything and everything to you, just because you fell for the fact that, oh, I'm a sweet person, I'm never going to do that to you. You fell for the fact that, oh, you guys have spent so many years together, forgetting that people can change overnight. Okay, so this person could be someone that worships everything else but God, to a point where they could be, or it could be you actually, that has certain beliefs and so on, but it's something that this person always just tries to oppress. Like, let's say you believe in your ancestors. Oh, why would you believe in, demons? Why would you believe in such things and so on? But really, this is giving the kind of people, like the post that I was saying, people that are bashing on African spirituality but going to healers to do weird things, or to ask for assistance. Okay, because we're also having Air Force here. It's like sending things from the air. I'm also hearing things like Sephola. I can't remember what Sephola is in English. It's like a form of witchcraft that people do to you to stop you from walking, or you could start rotting and stuff like that. And also how this person keeps on spying on you and the things onto your life. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, this person also places you, or we also have these two cards. I didn't see them. Like, I'm so focused on trying to make this video shorter because I know that many of you don't like long videos. But yeah, we're also having that it could be that you can see that you're within the working class and so on. And again, we have the Six of Coins in the two-way where you are very charitable, you're very like giving, you always share your wealth, you're always generous. But this person is very selfish, very abusive, very like abusing your kindness, and also one-sided relationship is what we're having here. Let's shuffle the other cards. So these are basically the changes that you need to make to improve your finances. The thing is, I was also hearing the word Shira 7. For some of you, it's like you might watch her, so it's like some of you she might be teaching how to handle things and so on. For the gents, we still have to find someone that we can link you up with in terms of, you know, that we can connect you to when it comes to certain stuff. But I'm getting like Shira 7 vibes. That's what I'm getting. But because right here we're having a lot of good energy, but the thing is, they're saying that you need to welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Remember what I said, like planning life. You're always trying to plan, you're always on the move, forgetting that there's times that you need to rest, there's times that you need to reflect, there's times that you need to look at things and like, I don't know, I'll see when I get there. So that's the kind of mentality that you should have. For others of you, I was hearing absorption, right? And the other word would be abortion. Two words, right? Absorption, absorbing as much like energy or sources around you that you can use to assist yourself, you know, because it's like people can do that to you. Why is it that you can't do that for yourself? Number two, abortion. Some of it's like you might be handling a situation where you are dealing with someone. Like, we literally had the cards come out here, dealing with someone that's going to literally give you the script of like, oh, I love you and stuff like that. This is, you know, but we have the war card here. It's like they're going to desert you, they're going to leave you in a place of, you know, that's why even with your guys, it's like for some of you, your guys are trying to make you think that, okay, I'm like maybe asexual, like, oh, I don't want to get intimate right now, I want to be celibate, you know, things like that, because you're dealing with someone that is very much, you can see these words right here. This card just came out. It says polygamist or polyamorous. So it's like this person could not be dealing with only you, but they could be dealing with other people as well. That's why there was also this thing of like someone using things like multi or voodoo on things like your money and so on, because it's like also with the whole supporting kids that are not yours, it's like it could be this person could be dealing with other people, you know, knowing that you are going to be giving them money to basically spend money on the family that they've created or the person that they are currently with and so on. But you were there to just give them the money because you love this person and it's giving this thing, because I'm here, I want us to take care of each other kind of a situation, right? So your guides are saying that you are the manufacturer of your life. You're literally the driver of your fate. You need to decide right now what is right for you, right? Even within your professional life, it's giving this thing of things getting improving, especially, you know. But back to the situation. Remember what I was saying, that someone trying to say, oh, I'm going to propose to you, I'm going to do things and so on and so forth and so on. Oh, I love you a lot, I don't want to lose you and so on. But your guides are saying that there's this duality dance that you need to make. They're saying you need to seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Some of you are just so scared of abandoning this person because this person is just, you know, filling the time or the space with you, but they're not really supposed to be there in the first place. That's why we even had Harmony's Call. With Harmony's Call, it's not just about balancing out the things that hurt you. It's also about realizing and detecting that this person is not for me. They just need to go because they're affecting me. Because now it's giving this kind of a vibe. I hope that you can see it. All doors, you know, closing and you entering a new stage of your life, and how this is definitely the steady progress of, you know, the steady progress that your guides are talking about. Okay, so others of it's like even with the flood, it's like washing out the old, you know, hoping for a clean slate or just opening up for a clean slate. It's giving cleansing. Some of you might need to cleanse your space, might need to cleanse, but we also had law. Remember when I was saying like certain court cases, certain stuff. Others of you, it's like you are the judge of your own life. You can see from afar. You know the truth about the situation. Why are you acting shocked is what I'm hearing, right? Again, besides inheritance, we had acquisition as well, right? Besides that, the things that came out when they talked about improving the situation, the first card that came out was the Five of Swords. Remember what I said, that with the situation, you're going to realize that you're not going to be everyone's favorite. Same goes for within certain family member, like family situations where now people are so used to you giving, and now when you decide to stand your ground and say, no, I don't have the money right now and stuff like that, you know, except that these people have to be disappointed in you sometimes, because I feel like there's this thing of chasing validation from them, forgetting that they are literally taking from you. They are taking your resources, your money, spending your time, you know, things like that. Okay, so I'm also hearing the song Spending My Time by Roxette, right? That might be very significant. Search up the lyrics for those, you know, that don't know what the song is about. You know, we also have the Ace of Coins, which talks about how currently, after basically fixing the situation, you can see what's going to be coming in for you, that financial prosperity. Okay, you're going to be manifesting money very well. Okay, because I'm also seeing with some of you, it's like you're going to be saying, okay, I'm going to try again with manifestations. You're going to start with things like cinnamon rituals and stuff like that. With the Nine of Coins, they're saying that you need to also indulge. Money is not just there to sit in your bank account, and it's not just there to be like just for other people. Indulge. Okay, you need to spend your money, but I'm not saying go out there spend 10K knowing that you didn't pay rent. No, I'm saying spend your money, take care of yourself, because you are always prioritizing other people when you literally have nothing. Because I'm also getting this grandmother coming through saying things like, oh, you know, you are capable of doing this and this for these people, but then you don't even have a new set of underwears or things like that. So you need to focus on such things. And also with the 10 of Wands, you need to understand and accept that you're burnt out, and you need to understand that you're being taken for granted. Once there's the self-acceptance, there's also going to be this new plan. Going back to the drawing board is what I'm hearing you guys saying. Going back to the drawing board, realizing that you're not going to become an enemy. You're going to be exposing the enemy by literally setting boundaries. Okay, because even with the 7 of Coins, they're saying it's a two-way card. Okay, they're saying that you should also stop being lazy. You should also stop being impatient, because that's another thing that brings these setbacks within your life. You need to be persistent. You need to keep on manifesting things, right? I'm also seeing that some of you are going to be manifesting certain ideas, certain plans, and understand that hard work pays off. Okay, so let's go to the last question before I bore you. Let's go to the last question. I'm literally shuffling the cards, and the card that came out is the Seed of Potential. Okay, the last question is actually what is your financial outcome? Ooh, I love this. Okay, let me shuffle. Okay, so we have two energies here. Remember, two sides of the coin. Depending on how you actually take this reading, do you take the advice? Do you not take the advice? It depends on you. Now, we had Seed of Potential. They say plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with care and intention. The other one is that there's going to be a promise that's going to be fulfilled. Remember the first reading we had, the first question we had, a real promise, right? By your guides saying that they're going to fulfill this promise. You need to trust in them. Okay, and also they're saying turn the page. They're saying embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the way to wisdom. Okay, now the problem here that I'm seeing is that, remember when I was saying that there's going to be certain people that are going to be very weird and so on and so on and so forth, because oh, now you don't want to give me money, now you did this and so on and so on. Because I was also getting that some of it's like you're going to start being very serious about your protection, in terms of protection, literally, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you know, physically and spiritually is more than anything. You know, so because currently, remember, it's like trying to place you in this place of being a follower. You know, oh, when I say this, you know, when I say jump, you have to say how high. That's the kind of thing that they want to have you in for the rest of your life, where they want to place you in this position. But your guides are saying that regardless of how lonely this path can be, because there's going to be certain things that are going to be, you know, they're going to be, yeah, it's not going to end well. You guys are saying that they're going to protect you regardless of the situation. Like I said, it's like you ending up traveling, you ending up I'm even hearing in new states, in a new stage, and so on. Again, with the whole love situation, there's this whole obsessiveness, but it's not love. We had the other card that came out. That's what I was saying, that for some of you, it's not love, it's actually just hate, seen as obsessiveness because of the sources that you are, the resources that you're giving to people. Okay, we even had volcano. It's like this, you know how volcanoes are until like they erupt it's just all silent. It's just also, everything is okay. It seems okay, right? Again, they want to place you in this lower class. They saw you in a working class. They saw you in a place where it's like, oh, you know what, even war, there's this war situation. I'm saying that some of it's like also a very huge transition between your teenagers to your adult years, to your adulthood years, where it's like you're realizing that from your teenagers, this person has always been weird to me. Even as an adult, they're very weird. So this person has always been like that. Because again, there's certain people that know, that have witnessed, or that are going to witness this person treating you indifferently, is what I'm also hearing, right? And as much as you can feel like you're lost, remember that that's a part of life. It's okay to be lost, but it's not okay to give up on yourself. That's why I'm saying that most of you are going to be very tapped in when it comes to your spirituality, praying more, or even if it's not praying, connecting with your guides more and stuff like that. Because this is where this person, they're going to try and do weird things to you. There's murder and suicide. If they can't get you using things like feeding you stuff, they're going to try to get you like with spiritual warfare and stuff like that. So that's all I was saying. It's full. I have to search for the English word and I'll put it on the screen. So again, even with those that are saying that, oh, you know what, this person is saying that, oh, I want us to get married and so on. Some of you, I'm hearing that it's like, you're not ready. You feel like you're not ready, and you know that you're not ready. So don't jump into something, don't jump. I'm even hearing the TikTok sound. Don't jump. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it unless you feel like you're ready. Unless you feel like, okay, your God is telling you, like, okay. Because I'm also getting that for some people, it's like they only want to connect with you when it comes to things like signing the contract, your marriage contract, so they can get certain things from you and stuff like that. So they can, I'm even hearing eliminate you. I'm getting this vibe of like someone wanting to get money from your insurance and stuff like that. I'm also seeing, losing my voice. It could be very significant because this is weird. It's like losing your voice within the situation, not being able to ask for help, not being able to reach out, or even feeling like even when you voice certain things, it's not going to be heard. And it's like right now, protect yourself, okay? Because again, even with the whole infection thing, it's like someone trying to possibly engage with you in like intimately, but trying to infect you not only physically but also could be spiritually as well, okay? So in the end, it's like these people will either disown you or shun you. They will try to basically place you in a position of you just being like, you know what, I'm done with my family, I'm done with the relationship, I'm done with this and so on, because you'll be realizing that you were having these illusions in your head that this person will never do that to me, okay? So we're also having that there's going to be this sense of like a rise of civilization within your life, or like there's a certain thing that it's like your guides are saying that you're going to be a plan of certain things, of very big things, and organized of very big things that are going to lead you to bigger things. So that's where people are going to realize that I shouldn't have done that, right? But at the same time, you're going to be in this position of like, with your potential, with your hard work, with your focus and your efforts, you're going to be like, I thank God, I thank my guides, I thank the Holy Spirit, I thank the universe, okay, that these people were exposed. As much as it was painful, as much as it was difficult, if God didn't do that, if your ancestors didn't do that, imagine where you would be in that situation. That's the kind of conversation you're going to be having with yourself in the future. Otherwise, thank you for listening to this reading, and I'm so sorry for the long reading. It's just that we have to get into detail, we have to get into depth, okay? Because I can't just leave you hanging without a proper explanation of what is what. Now, please don't forget to like and subscribe when it comes to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to share this message with someone who might need to hear this, that you feel like is struggling when it comes to the finances or just life in general. I'm wishing you a lot of luck. I'm wishing you a lot of love. I'm sending you a lot of love and light, and I hope that all things go well. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to talk to your guides. Don't forget to tap in when it comes to your intuition, because baby, it will protect you. Now, again, thank you for listening to this reading. I hope that this message resonated. It's saved.